Now, finally, as Central Washington voters and the rest of us here in Washington finish filling out our ballots this weekend, if we've yet to do so, next Tuesday, August the 4th, is the final day to get those primary ballots back in. And we've spent a lot of time talking about the contest in Central Washington where um, Dan Newhouse is not seeking reelection. So that opened up a big, wide field of candidates, I think 10 in all, many of them Republicans and independents and at least one Democrat running. And we've talked about some of the top fundraisers for the Republican field being Amanda McKinney and Jared Sessler. But because so many Republicans are running in this very red district, I think it's an R plus 10 district, meaning, you know, Trump carries the district and they anticipate it will certainly be a Republican moving in to take that seat being vacated by Congressman Newhouse. But one of the other candidates is Matt Boehnke, a Republican, a senator who has given up that Senate seat to run for this seat in Congress. And he is confident, he told me in an interview this week, that he will advance after the primary. Remember, our primary is a top two, so only the top two vote getters will advance. And given the fact that we've got so many Republicans running, it's likely the people that support Amanda McKinney or Jared Sessler or Matt Boehnke are going to be divided up, right? Each of those will just get a little piece of the Republican vote in that district. And the Democrat, John Dureski, believes that he may, in fact, end up being the top vote getter in that contest. But I want to share some of my conversation this week with Matt Boehnke, who believes that he is the most qualified candidate and he's confident he will be advancing after Tuesday.
I am very optimistic. Our numbers are showing whether it's moderate Democrats to independents, they're coming our way. Whether it's the hardcore right, I may lose some of those MAGA votes because the Trump endorsement and others they're fighting over. And you mentioned whether it's Amanda or Jared um, are still kind of doing that piece. I still go back to the part about governing. I think it resonates with people of the numbers of the endorsements I have locally from Doc Hastings, former congressman, uh, strong ag economy support with the endorsements I have up and down, as well as in the fourth district. I think I have 99% of all the senators in the House of Representatives members that I've worked with. And that shows a lot to people of your work ethic, the dedication, the experience, reaching across the aisle. We shared the photos and the videos from the resolution presented during the Senate this last session. And a lot of people got to hear other people from Senator Braun and others across the state who represent a big swath of what my work meant to our community in the 8th district and bringing that to the 4th. And I think that matters a lot.
So I just checked the Secretary of State ballot return statistics page right before recording this episode of Washington in Focus Daily. And as of Thursday night, only 13.67% of ballots had been returned. So as you see, that's of 5.14 million registered voters in the state of Washington. Only 703,000 ballots had been returned as of last night. So we've a ways to go these last final days. That's when a flood of ballots will be coming in. I know a lot of people wait until the last day, maybe this last weekend, before you've got time to fill those ballots out and get them back in. So hopefully people are paying attention. It's an extremely important primary. I've heard a lot of pundits say it's the most important primary in Washington state history. Remember, we have 5 Supreme Court positions, and those candidate pools are also being narrowed down to just the top 2 vote getters. So it is an important primary. Hopefully, you'll take the time if you have not had time thus far to take that opportunity to get those ballots filled out and mailed back in ahead of Tuesday, August the 4th. That's the deadline for our primary. So that's it for today's episode of Washington in Focus Daily for a Friday, the last day of the month. It's already August tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful sunny day and we'll get some time to relax and unwind and spend time with family and friends this weekend. We'll see you again on Monday.